Hi friends, it's Zuri again. You found Talk Yarny to me. I will be talking yarny with you for just a little bit, giving you a couple updates on some projects that I've been working on. And it's driving me crazy. It's like a random, oh, it's not, it's attached. Oh, it's a piece of yarn. It's attached to the skein, but it's just like the fact that I can see it is driving me crazy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just here to give a few updates. Like I said, working on some really fun projects. I haven't posted because I was trying to get like kind of to like some really good progress on them before I came back, so they didn't look the same as the last time you've seen them, because I have not started anything. Oh no, I did start one new thing, and I wanted to get kind of far on that. I didn't get as far as I wanted because it is a slow go. It's a knitting project. And I'll start with the stuff you guys have seen first. And then, oh, I forgot one. Hang on one sec. Okay, I'm back. I actually have two new projects. They're both knitting projects. I forgot one of them upstairs, but I just ran and grabbed it. All right, so let's do this, because it is actually like 11 o'clock at night. And I still got work tomorrow, but tomorrow is Friday, and it's the end of the quarter. I actually do not have a ton to do. I've been scrounging for work this week, outside of just a few small projects. Okay, so first I'm going to show you this. Ooh, I can feel some stitches coming out. My heart blanket. I'm now on the third shade of pink, which is the final shade of pink, or like one of three. So I remember I started with this like light peach color. Hopefully these colors, yeah, looks better. Start with this light peach color. And then this, I think this one is called medium rose, and just today I got into this deeper pink, which I believe is called cosmetic. It's right here, let me see. Yeah, cosmetic pink. These are all big twist values. The gray is called titanium gray. This is, I guess it's called the heart stitch, I don't know, but it's a beautiful stitch. It is so it's not tedious now, it's muscle memory now, but it's taking a long time because this is like all single crochets. The only thing that's not a single crochets are these little bars here that make the hearts, which are front post doubles, like into like 2 rows below or something like that. But it's really beautiful and worth it. So what I'm doing is I have like these 3 colors of pink. This is how wide it is. You guys can't, it won't fit in the frame, but it's bigger than it's nice and wide, probably like a good 5 feet wide, just how I like them, because I want to wrap up. But yeah, I'm doing these 3 colors of pink. I have 3 skeins of each of these colors. I started with this one here, and I just went as far as I could with 1 skein, and it got me 12 hearts, 12 rows of hearts, you know, like 12 repeats, I guess, of the pattern, because it's a 4-row repeat. And so I did 12 here too, which, if you guys recall, when I started this, I remember telling you guys that my gauge down here was like super, super tight, and I had to like really loosen up my gauge going forward. Now you can kind of still see, I can't get it, let me try to get it to a good angle where you can see where like the width changes a little bit. I don't know if I can get it, hold it in a way that it'll show, but because my gauge is so much looser on the rest of it, like this pink here took a little bit more than 1 skein to get to the full 12 repeats. So, but that's fine because I have 3. And then for this middle one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 repeats. So it's gonna be like light to medium to dark, and then 2 repeats of the dark, or like 2 things of 12. You know what I mean? That makes sense. Like 24 repeats, sorry. So I did 12 here. So it's gonna be 1 big block in the middle of the darker one, and then I'll go back to the light and then back to the lightest. So I think how I'm gonna do it. We'll see. Once I get through the 12 repeats, I'll measure it and see how long it is. I definitely want this one right now, like sitting here. We'll just see. Okay, I can't get all the way back far enough. There you go. So this is, it goes just to my knee now. So it's gonna be nice and long. As long as it covers my feet is what matters. But yeah, that's where this is. So we're chugging along on this. It's fun. It's so beautiful. Like now that I've got to this color, which is like my favorite, this is probably the pink that made me really want to like to do this project. I can't remember because it's so long ago that I picked out these colors, and had a whole different blanket planned, but then I saw this stitch and I was like, oh, we're doing this, you know? And at first when it was just this peachy color and this pink here, like I kind of wasn't feeling it as much because I don't feel like this is quite pink enough. It's got more yellow undertones, but I feel like now that I'm into this color, let me see, it kind of brings out the pink a little bit more. You see that? And this is a really cool stitch because it's not, I don't know, it's technically reversible, but on the back it looks like a regular chevron. I wouldn't call it reversible. Like this definitely still looks like the back of something, but you know, it still looks, it looks good on the back. Anyway, so that's this one. Fold it up in a way that I don't, make sure I don't tangle myself up. Okay, this here. And the other thing that you've seen before is this guy here. Told you I was making, I don't remember the name of this cardigan, but it's a bag o' day cardigan that I was making with this here 80 Bower Cozy Camp in the color mauve. I think she calls this the silk stitch. It's pretty much just single crochets and double crochets like stacked on each other and gives it this like waffly texture, which is really cool. It's gonna be very squishy and it's definitely gonna be a fall cardigan. But it's really cool. So this is, I've done 26 inches, which I believe is the length for the back of the sweater, the cardigan. So done with this, but I haven't cut my yarn yet just because I want to go back. I hadn't got a chance to go back to the tutorial and double check that that is the length I need to go to, but I just got to 26 inches tonight. This is one I kind of pick up. I don't work on this every day, but now that I'm done with the back panel, I think I will work on it more because the other panels should be, you know, it's just the front and the sleeves, like they should go pretty quickly. It's just, you know, I got a lot of projects right now, and so everything doesn't get love every day like I'm used to. Like, speaking of things that don't get love. Oh, okay, and I did, where's this at? I did have a stitch marker in at the very beginning, like, or last time I showed you, so I'll move it up. Okay, so stitch marker here, and I'll show you the other one too. So this is where I was just barely starting this the last time I saw you, which was a couple weeks ago, I think. But let's move you on. Well, it doesn't matter because I think I believe I'm at the end of this panel. So I'm gonna stick it here for now, but I don't think I need a stitch marker anymore for this. So I think I'm starting another panel. And I can show you how far I've gotten on this as well. And move the stitch marker up. It's so far down, I can't even remember where it is. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So you see it way down there. Oh, there you are. And I've done all of this. So this is like at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 13 repeats times 4 for a 4-row repeat means I have done what, 52 repeats. I mean 52 rows. Since I've last seen you. This is the one that kind of sits near my desk and I work on like when I have a few minutes downtime at work, which I have a lot these days. Not a lot, but I've been doing like some training when I have some downtime. I have to kind of watch it, but I can still kind of crochet a little bit. But yeah, so this is what I've been doing. Or just like a lot of times I have to do a task and then I have to wait for someone to confirm that what I did worked, or, you know, like I have pockets, bursts of activity at work, and then bursts of not bursts, but ebbs of downtime, however you want to put it. But yeah, okay. And then the other thing that you've seen before is this is one that doesn't get a lot of love, and it's not because I don't love it, because I do love it. My Musselburgh, or my double beanie or whatever. This has been my purse project recently. So it's one I stick in my purse, and like anytime I'm waiting around is when I do this. So like soccer practice, doctor's appointments, so I'm taking someone to the doctor, things like that. Sometimes church, if I'm further enough back or if I'm somewhere where it won't be a distraction. Yeah, so that's this. But I have gotten some inches on it since you guys last seen me. I'm close to where I'm ready to call it like time to kind of do the second half of it. I want to get a little more length on it because I like a nice substantial brim on my beanies. And the last couple of times I did it, I stopped too early. I know I stopped too early, and like the brim, when you folded it, you couldn't do a nice long one. So I'm gonna keep going even though I feel like stopping. And it's really close because this is, let's say, I fold this up here. It's a little bit small, but you know, this would be doable, you know, if I folded it like this. But I'm gonna give it a little bit more. Just give myself some more space. Got all this hair. It's doing nothing but growing. So I like it. It's very cute, different. It's not how I thought the pattern would work out, like looking at the actual skein. Like I envisioned something very different, but it's still very cute, and I can't wait to wear it. And it's just thin enough that, like, when I did the one with the pattern score, like, it made a very thick hat. Too thick for Georgia. This one is a little bit thinner, so it works out great. So I'm gonna move the stitch marker up. Progress. I hope you guys can't hear my dishwasher. I was bragging to my husband just yesterday or the day before because he was talking about how quiet his brother's dishwasher is, and I was like, ours is pretty quiet. And now it's the loudest thing I've ever heard. Like, no, he said he can't even hear his brother's. I don't know what kind he has, but you can definitely hear ours. It's very loud. Okay, so that's what you've seen before. I do have some hat a day challenge is now hat whenever I can get to it challenge. Eventually I will get back up to the production of doing one a day, but it's just not happening right now with everything else going on in my life. And that just is what it is. And thank you for all you guys, like, continued thoughts and prayers for our family. We are still in the thick of things. It's not a health issue, but it is a issue. So just keep praying, and yeah. Anyway, on to the new stuff. Where did I put you? Okay, one is here. So, oh, where is this mess? All right, hang on. Not make a mess. Let's keep everything nice. All right, so I think I loved making socks because this is another sock that I cast on, and it is so cute. I love it, actually. And it's not for me. I'm so jealous. So this is for my husband. Possibly an anniversary present. Our anniversary is in like a week and a half. I don't know if I'll finish it by then. I mean, this went really fast. I'm actually ready to do the heel flap. I just want to go back to the I just want to count when I want to count my rows and just make sure, and then too I want to go back to the tutorial and make sure I remember how to start the heel flap right. I think there is a setup row and I can't recall. This is a Crazy Sock Lady pattern. It's the vanilla sock on 32-inch circulars. I wish I had bought a bigger set of circulars so I could do 2 at a time this time, but it's okay. But yeah, I love the colors of this. This is sadly a very discontinued yarn. It is Premier Wool-Free sock yarn in the color Jungle. I think I bought this at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. But it's like the 97% acrylic, 3%. Why am I guessing when I can just look at it? I'm gonna take these off because, yeah, 93% acrylic, 77% PVT, which is very popular a few years ago. I have some more yarns with the same build, with this, not same build, the same content. But the only one that I know of on the market now, because I looked, is the Premier Fruits, which is the exact same thing, but it's like makes that fruity looking pattern. Like I know they have lemon and watermelon and orange, and once you knit it up, it does look like those things. Because I was a little worried, because these are for my husband, I made them a little bit bigger than I made mine. So this one I did 80 rows of the leg. And I'm probably gonna have to do a good, at least 100 rows of the foot, because I need to get to 8 inches, I think. I measured his socks when he wasn't looking. For mine, I know I did 7 inches. For his, I think I'm gonna have to do at least 8. We'll see. But it's gonna be bigger. And so now I'm a little worried that this 50 gram ball, and I do have another one, will not make a sock. Even though I had a good amount left over. Well, it's not that much. Yeah, it's a decent amount. This is how much I had left over for the Premier socks. But, I mean, not the Premier sock, the Patton's Croy sock. This is how much I had left over in each ball. Which I think would be, you know, probably enough to make a man size, my husband size sock. I think, maybe not, maybe. But I worry that I won't have enough. So I went online and I was looking to find either another ball of this or just anything that would be a good contrasting color, you know. And I would like have done the heels and the toes. Too late to do the cuff, obviously, but I could have done the heels and the toes with a different color and save myself enough, hopefully, like have enough remaining to the rest of the sock. But I couldn't find anything that wasn't like super overpriced, like with the same content, because this is like, you have your Premier Wolf Sock yarn, you had your Hobby Lobby, what's it called, Yarn Bee or whatever, Cozy Toes, you had your Michaels had one, and I have all 3 of those. I have like all 3 of those, but not in any color that would go with this. The Michaels one, maybe, but probably not. And so I was trying to like go online and find something with like the same content that would match this in some way. And I couldn't find anything except things that were like super marked up, like way too marked up to make it worth it. Or it was like 3 balls of it. I just need 1 ball. So we're just gonna go on a wing and a prayer, I guess. And hopefully I'll be able to finish these out with just what I got, my 200 grams. So, but anyway, I really love the colors. It's so cute. And like I said, the name of this is Rainforest. I didn't see any of this online. But oh wow. But I really love the colors. They're so pretty. I'm so jealous. Like, I like this better than my husband's sock. It's a little bit thinner too, but it's still kind of thick. It's still kind of thick. Trying to think. I'm putting my hand in here, like trying to feel it to see if it's like, it's thicker than a store-bought sock, definitely. At least the ones he wears. But oh well. He better like it. So if I get to working on this, I'll probably work on this. I'm gonna leave it down here so I'll work on it tomorrow. And that's gonna be his anniversary present. If I can get, yeah, we're gonna go out next week. I ordered him something as well. But I think I can finish this sock this weekend and get the other one done next week before we go out, probably. We'll see. Okay. Oh man, I should have put the video. I have a video to show you guys. So who knows when you're gonna see this. Today is Friday the 28th, 27th. No, today's Thursday the 27th. But I have a video I took a couple weekends ago that I wanted to splice in here and show, because I made myself this cake of yarn on my Yarn Swift and ball winder, like, you know, and I got a little bit better with it. I just took some video of me doing it. Okay, so here I am setting up. I set up my ball winder and my Swift. This time I put them a little further apart than the last time I tried it. It's all going well. You see I sat down because I'm waiting. Had to stop it a few times to kind of feed it. And then when I got to this point where it gets a little bit lower on the Swift, I noticed that the yarn catches like on the little bottom legs of it. So I ended up having to kind of hold it out or feed it through. And it went a little faster too. I could set it up a little faster if I just like fed it. And so I just did that. I had to stop a couple times to take care of some tangles. But other than that, it just was a little more efficient for me to do it that way. And probably take a little bit more practice for me to really get it really well, but all in all, I think it's a job well done. It's a very pretty little ball of yarn. What do you guys think? Thumbs up from me. And all right, so back to future me in just a second. So I kicked up this yarn, which is, I'll show you what it is. This is this guy here. This is KNC hand dyed 100% cotton. This is from like 2 years ago, I want to say. Like the first season, the first year that they had this stuff out, I want to say. And I rescued it, a whole bunch of it from like the clearance aisle, but like not even the yarn clearance aisle, because my Joann's had all their yarn, a lot of their yarn, but this one was like on a different clearance aisle away from all the other yarn, and nobody would have seen it. And then I saw it and I rescued a whole bunch of this stuff. And I think this was this might have been when the clearance was like 25% off too. This was like a couple years ago, but it's this, and it is, how much do I have here? The color is green speckle. I have 472 yards. That's 100-gram hank. And so I wanted to do some summer stuff because, like I said, even this cardigan that I'm doing is a very, it's going to be a very fall cardigan. It's going to be thick and chunky. The blanket's thick and chunky. I want to do some spring and summer stuff. So I really wanted to make myself a t-shirt, and that is what I'm doing. And I looked around for a good t-shirt to make, and I landed on, and I'll try to put a picture up somewhere, a hobby pattern, hobby pattern called the driftwood, something maritime, driftwood tee. I think that's it, something oceany. Yeah, I liked it, and so I'm gonna make it. And it's a top-down raglan, so this is where we're at. Yeah, get you right here. Oh, it's this way really. So this is a top-down raglan, like I said. So this is the collar, and it's kind of like a wide, like almost, I think it's called boat neck collar, like kind of comes across here like this. And then at the raglan increases, which I'm not great at, my increases are looking so blah. You have in between your increases though, you do this, if you guys can see that, I got it kind of squished. You do this twisted rib pattern in between, right? And then my increases, these are my increases. And yeah, so you have like, so you have one, this is like kind of, this is like the shoulder, and then the arm, I keep holding upside down. This is like the shoulder here. And then the armholes, you know, will be kind of in between there. But yeah, so, and also the collar is also, the whole collar part is also twisted rib. I know it doesn't look really great. That's why I was trying to get a little bit further so you guys could see it better. But that's where I'm at. I really enjoy doing this. This is my first raglan project. It's my first like one-piece garment project, I think. I haven't done a lot of garments in general, but this is my first one-piece top, at least. I've done shorts that were all one piece. But I like it. It's just slow going because obviously this is a one-weight yarn. Yeah, like I said, the increases I'm not great at yet. I feel like they don't look very good, but I think once I get a little bit of distance, a little further down into it, it'll look better. I do have to double check because I cannot remember what size I was making. So I can't remember. I've done, I want to say 9 increases. Let me count. Or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done 8 increase rows. I believe I need to do 18 or so, but I got to double check which size I'm making, which means I'll probably have to count my cast on, like my ribbing here, my twisted rib, to see how many I casted on, because I cannot remember if I'm doing like the, I guess, medium or large, the second or the third size or whatever. But we'll see. But anyway, I'm enjoying this. So this one, if you saw the picture, if I remember to put the picture in, you do like up the whole like yoke, like up until you get under your arms in one color, and then it goes to stripes in the original pattern. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the stripes yet, because the only other, I have 2 other colors. I have this pink that I could kind of stripe it with. How does that look together? It looks okay, right? Or I have the other one I have is like this white speckle one. It's the one I made that t-shirt with last year, that I made for last summer, the v-neck t-shirt. Maybe I'll put it, I have one more hank of that. I have one hank of this, which should be enough, but I have like 2 more hanks of this. So that's more than enough to make the whole sweater, the whole t-shirt into one color. So I haven't decided yet, but I have a lot of time to decide whether or not I want to do the stripes. But if I do them, I will probably do this pink. So I don't know. What do you guys think of this pink and this green together? How do you feel about that? We'll wait. We'll see once I get a little further. But yeah, that's what I got going on. That's what I've been working on. I mean, I got a few other little things I have. Like I said, I have been doing hats, just not one a day. Make sure there's nothing else around me. I want to do the flax sweater in DK weight as well. But I haven't decided what yarn I want to use for it. So I gotta go look through my DK weight yarns. I might use a skinny cake. Probably not this one, but a skinny cake. Oh, I know which one. Oh, I have a great idea. Oh my goodness, I think I know what I want to do. I gotta make sure I have enough. I have this like skinny cake. This is the one, okay, not this one, but I'm just using it as an example, but I have some skinny cakes, 2 skinny cakes in this color. It's like a melony. It's got like melony colorways. So like kind of like some cantaloupe looking colors, and I'll have to dig it out, or maybe I'll find a picture of it. But I remember this is like when the first year that I found out that they clearance these things out for $5, now usually $7, like in the spring. But I bought a bunch of skinny cakes for $5, and I was digging through, like getting all the ones I like, and I found this one that was like, yeah, this melon, I don't remember the name of it, but the colors remind me of like honeydew and watermelon and cantaloupe and like that. That's why I call it that. And there's the one I found didn't have the band on it, so I couldn't figure out what the color name was, and they only had one. And I remember every Michaels that I came across, like for months, I was like digging through their skinny cakes trying to find it, and I finally found one like a while later, like a month or 2 later. So I have 2 of these, and I love them. They're my favorite color of skinny cake, and I think I could make the flax sweater with that. If you guys don't know, so it's a knitting pattern from Tin Can Knits. It's really popular. If you follow any of like the knitting podcasters, they all do it. But I don't even follow that many knitting podcasters. I shouldn't say that. I do, but yeah, I do. I've been following them more lately because now I've been picking up my needles more often. And if you guys don't know, if you're newer here, knitting is actually was my gateway craft. And then just a little more recently, within the last like 2 years, I've picked up crocheting. But I still do both. But obviously, like crocheting, it's just easier to be more prolific because it goes so much faster, and obviously it uses up your yarn quicker. So like I reserve knitting for like more like special projects that I want to take time on, and then like, you know, crochet for when I want to crank stuff out. I don't know how I got on that either. Anyway, I want to do that. I'm gonna find that yarn, and I'm gonna pull it out, and I think that's gonna be my flax sweater yarn. So I want to start that. It is a knitting pattern from Tin Can Knits. I think it's a free pattern, but I can't. Yes, it is definitely a free pattern. They have different versions too. They have like, they have the DK pattern. I know they have like a worsted. I don't remember what other sizes they have, but I think there's like a dozen variations of the sweater for like different yarn weights and different things like that. But I'm just gonna do like the DK version of it. I think a dozen might be a bit of an embellishment, but there's a lot of different versions. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and that way it's kind of it's gonna be like a lighter weight sweater, which is perfect for where I live. Like even now, I can go out in the mornings, even in the evenings, and walk like after work. Today I went like 6 o'clock, walked my dogs, and it, like I wore a light jacket. I could have gone in a t-shirt, but you know, it's like we spend a long time in those in between temperatures where I live in Atlanta, and then my neighborhood is very wooded too, so we have a lot of trees covered to keep us from getting too hot as well. So a light sweater is perfect. So that's gonna be my next thing that I start. Now that I know, because I've been thinking about this all week, now I know what yarn I'm gonna use. Talking to you guys helped. I'll pull it out and double check and just make sure. I feel like it's a good choice, but I think it'll be a good choice. Yeah, I think it'll be a good choice. The only thing is I won't be able to color control, so the sleeves won't like match up with, I mean, I could color control it. Do I want to? We'll see. But yeah, okay. So thank you guys for helping me make that decision. I'm gonna go. I'm right at 30 minutes. I feel like that's respectable. No real life updates. But maybe next time we'll talk more about life if you really care. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.